Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline and today is day 2 of my commitment to embodiment 30-day journey. If you haven't watched the first video, you can check my description box. I'll put the link there, or you can go on my YouTube page and look for it. Okay. So in today's video, we're going to talk about clarity. It's important to have clarity on who you are embodying. Okay. Think of it this way. Let's say you step outside of your house, you hop in the car, and you drive around aimlessly. That's okay. Sometimes we just want to go for a drive, right? But when you know you're trying to get from point A to point B, you have a clear intention on, I'm going to, I don't know, the grocery store, or I'm going to this friend's house, or I'm going to, the park. In your mind, no matter what happens on the road, whether there's traffic, detours, roadblocks, whatever, you will find your way to get to that specific place. Okay. So same principle when it comes to embodying the version of yourself you are called to be. You want to have this clarity so that you know what type of internal journey, the internal roads you have to take to get there. So I'll take myself as an example. So as I explained in my last video, I am embodying the online yoga business owner. I don't like that word, okay? I'm hesitating. If you have suggestions, give them to me, because business owner, something about it doesn't feel completely authentic. But anyways, for now, to make the conversation easier, I'll just use those terms, okay? So that is the version of myself that I'm embodying now, being a full-time online yoga business owner and doing my own thing. Now, I have, I did put my toes in the water, okay? I dipped my toes in the water. I've experienced it to a certain degree because as a yoga teacher, you're self-employed. And of course, depending on where you're at and the circumstances, the context in which you work. But when I work in yoga studios, I'm self-employed, but I've also worked for resorts. I've worked for yoga retreat centers where I was more of an employee. So, there is this nuance. But no matter what, it comes back to the fact that somebody else is deciding for me. Somebody else is giving me my pay. It's already predetermined, and this is my pay. And now, when I embody the version of myself who is the online yoga business owner, it's all on me. Okay. And so this demands, it asks me to stretch certain parts of me that have not been stretched before, because I haven't experienced that before. I've always worked for somebody else, so my paycheck always came from an employer and then to me. But now to fully embody the fact that, okay, this will be on me, I'm the employer and I'm the employee, it's a completely different experience. So it demands different things from me that I have not explored before within myself. So I know the inner roads that I have to take, where I have to stretch certain thought patterns that I have, certain belief systems that have been crystallized from decades ago, from when I started, having jobs and not necessarily considering having my own business. So over time, that's what solidified within me, that somebody else is going to give me my paycheck. But now I have to work on. Okay, you know what? Again, to make the conversation easy, let's just say work on. But I have to work on these beliefs, on these patterns within my mind that have been solidified for a long time. And so I know the inner roads that I have to do to fully embody this version of myself that is the online business owner. And so having clarity allows me to do that, because then it's clear for me to see what are my roadblocks, what detours do I have to make, what do I need to strengthen within myself, what do I need to let go of, What do I need to transmute into something different? Having that clarity allows me to see clearly where I've set up roadblocks, whether it comes from somebody else, but I've accepted it and made it mine. So now those roadblocks that I'm responsible for, I know which ones that I have to move, which ones that I have to disintegrate, which ones I have to release, which ones, again, that I have to transmute, transform into something different. All the detours that I would make, well, how can I make a straight line from this thought pattern to this other thought pattern? So it's all inner yoga, really. It's about, because, rewind that track, yoga means union, to bring together, to yoke together. So now I have to, it's a playful work, okay, on taking, let's say, a thought pattern or a belief system that says somebody else is going to give me my paycheck for the work that I do. And now I'm going to have to disintegrate that into, I am my source of financial gain. Okay, at least that's one of the things that come from running my own business, doing my own thing. There are other things that are, of course, that come from that. But if we stay on this topic of the finances, of the money coming in, then this is an affirmation that I can repeat, that I can embody, that I can really flood my subconscious with to help make that change. Okay, so having the clarity allows me to see what needs to be transformed, let go of, etc. And then that same clarity allows me to know what to change them into, because energy doesn't disappear, right? It's transformed. So taking that same energy, disintegrating it, and turning it into something else. So that is what I have for you today. It's having that clarity. So you can take some time, to sit with yourself. So you can know, okay, well, who is this version of me that I desire to embody now, that really I feel this calling to embody this. Again, it can be anything. Let's say it's, to love yourself more. And knowing that, you become aware of the fact that, oh, okay, why do I always speak bad about myself or talk down on myself or call myself names? Let's say you do something and you mess something up and you're like, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm just the dumbest person ever. But you notice that, you become aware of that. And now you know that, okay, well, the clarity of knowing that I want to increase my self-love, I want to love myself much more, allows me to see that that is not in alignment with loving myself. And then when taking this type of energy of speaking down on myself or speaking bad about myself, how to, transmute that into something different, into something that is more in alignment with a version of me who does love herself. You see what I'm saying? So having that clarity allows you to do that. So I invite you to sit with yourself and really just ask. Just ask. You can take a moment, sit comfortably, relax your hands, relax your feet, relax your shoulders, relax your face, drop the jaw, close your eyes, and just take a few breaths to help calm this nervous system and recenter yourself. And ask yourself the question, to have that clarity. Who is this version of myself that I know deep down in my bones, in my cells, I know myself to be? Like, this is the new chapter, and I desire to have this clarity. And once it comes, then maybe again you ask yourself, okay, well, allow me to see where in my life, within myself, in my mind, in my body, in my spirit, in my heart, where am I not in alignment with this version of myself? And you may not have all the answers at that very moment. However, by asking, your mind will look for the answers for you and will show them to you when it comes up. Where before you wouldn't pay attention to the fact that you called yourself dumb, now you will. And so when you see that, then you can act on it. You can put a stop to it before you say you're dumb. You're like, you're dumb. Oh, wait. Stop. That is not in alignment with me loving myself. So you stop yourself midway, you come back to neutral, like coming back to zero, and then you redirect that energy in alignment with loving yourself. So maybe you're not going to say, oh, I'm the brightest person right away, you know, because it might not feel true to you, or you might feel resistance if you go from one extreme to the next. However, you can say something like, okay, well, you know, I made a mistake there, but that's okay. I can fix it. So you're not dumb. You just, oh, I did that wrong, or I didn't do that in the best way possible, but I can fix it. I can make it better. You see what I mean? So having that clarity will allow you to have your eyes open, because that is the most necessary tool for embodiment. It's the awareness of self. And I think I'll go deep into that in the next video, because this video would be way too long. But for now, ask for clarity, and feel free to write it down, or make yourself a voice note, write it on your notes on your phone, or even record a video in whatever way that makes the most sense for you, that feels right to you. You can write it down and then reflect on it and pay attention. And I'll dive deeper into that tomorrow. But for today, find the clarity. And from clarity, you're halfway there. You're halfway there, because it'll make the quote unquote work. Again, that's another word that I'm like, ugh. Because, you know, when you think of the word work, so many things come to mind that, you know, we would have to redefine the word work. But anywho, that's okay. Playful work, you know, we're just playfully exploring different aspects of ourselves, and so it's the good work. Okay, so that's that for today. If you have any comments or questions so far, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to answer you and have the conversations with you. And if you have any specific questions, I can even make videos about them. So let me know. Don't be shy. So if this video was your vibe, if it resonates with you, like and subscribe. There's more to come. I will see you tomorrow for day 3. And quickly, before I come off this video, I'm thinking maybe I should also give you guys little updates on my journey as far as what I'm doing, you know, in the everyday. And fun fact, today I woke up with an intention, and then my flow started. So I completely changed how I intended to approach the day. But still, in embodying that version of myself, I thought, well, what would this version of myself do? Knowing that, okay, you start off the day, okay, this is what I want to do today, but then something happens which makes it so you can't, you know, at least for a few hours, you can't do none of that, because, you know, your body is going through something. So I thought, okay, well, this version of me would definitely take care of herself. She would put all that other stuff to the side and take care of herself, because if I'm not well, how am I supposed to do my work? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like on the planes when they say to put your mask on first before you put on somebody else's. So I thought, let me just take care of myself. I got my hot water bottle, made myself some soup, some tea, and I laid down on the couch and watched Scandal, because I started rewatching Scandal a couple of days ago, and that felt great. This is why this is the look. Okay, I just got a big t-shirt on, little shorts, and my hair just in a bun in the back. That's it. And I thought, you know what, now that I feel better, why not make the video? Even if it's in this look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I don't look perfect. This version of me shows up no matter what, you know, of course, unless there's a, you know, emergency or extreme circumstance. But within the capacity that I feel, I know that, okay, I can show up at this moment to make this video because it's important for me. And so I honored my body and how it felt, and still honoring the embodiment of that version of myself. You see what I mean? So it's not about hurting yourself or, again, going to extremes. It's simply not putting on a new skin over your current skin, but you're still yourself. And Caroline, you know, the foundation of Caroline is definitely self-care. Like my body and or my mental health, my emotional health, how I feel comes first. I have to check in with myself first, no matter what version of myself that I embody. This is at the essence, the core of who I am. So that doesn't change. And then once I feel like, okay, I'm good, now I can move forward with whatever it is that my current embodiment desires to do. So here I am. So after I log off this video, I'm gonna do some more work on the things that I plan on for my online yoga business that I'm definitely excited to share with you, but within maybe the next couple of months. So that's that for today. So I'll give you little updates every day. And please give me yours if you're also on the journey. I would love to read what's going on with you. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye. So if you heard some noises in the video, it was probably this little guy here. Okay? So sorry about that. But anywho, we hope you have a good day. Bye.